right, guys, welcome back. One Pot Podcast. This is your boy CN.
Trev.
Yo, with there, Danville dip on some business endeavors today, dog. But family come first. Dennis is sick.
Yeah.
He really wanted to be here, but I feel like it would have been better for him to get some rest before.
I don't want to get sick. So, you can stay home.
You can stay home, dog. You feel me? But episode 42 with the live in full effect. It's been, I guess, the last 2 weeks it's been good, bad. People have accomplishments, and I can feel like at the end of it, everybody's mourning, and we're mourning for different reason. We'll tumble down that rabbit hole a little bit. Let's start putting some positive vibes first and foremost. I want to give a shout out to the boys and girls championship, KC, and for the girls, Edward Allen. Them put on a wonderful spectacle. I want to give a shout out to every school that participate, regardless if they come first or last. Winning isn't everything. It's to show you what you can do with your ability that God has given you, and probably find ways how to hone it and tune it. We have a young lady that I want to give a shout out to as well. If I can't pronounce her name, so don't judge me.
Is it Dancia or Dancia?
Janasia, something like that. Yo, Mrs. Francis.
Yes, ma'am.
Representing Jamaica in the gymnastic spectrum. And I love it because, people used to make fun of island people. Well, especially me being Jamaican, and hear them ask me, about Jamaica bobsled team. And I was like, we official, dog. We know every sport. We know, So we have a little bit of spice, a little bit of niceness for give everyone.
Yeah.
I know the track and field event is still going on this weekend. Jamaica has Carifta Trials, which a Carifta event is coming up. Want to give a shout out to Brianna Williams, strong young lady. We have a lot of strong male athletes as well who's out there, and I'm looking forward to see the team that they're going to be putting together to represent the country, regardless or not of who's there, who did not get the opportunity to perform based on injuries. But I want to wish Jamaica a lot of success in their endeavors. You know what I mean? Trevor, you have anything you want to that?
More success for the athletes, and keep on making Jamaica proud.
Yes, and it's not just Jamaica, guys. We're talking about, because Carifta is not just in Jamaica; it's countries all over the world. So for anywhere that you're at, that and for whatever sport is being played that you're being represented in, we want to say, do your best. That's all anybody can ask for. You feel me? Everybody can't always be a winner. There have to be losers too. Just look at it, and eventually, if you're a loser, you'll be a winner. And if you're a winner, just keep holding your head up, dog, and keep winning. Because that's the main objective. Oh, and I want to throw this out. I know Buju Banton just performed in Bahamas. Wonderful show.
Yeah.
I got to saw clips of it. I didn't get to watch the full performances, but it's nice. For any one of us who, any of my Trinidadians out there, Buju's coming there next. Major Hype is gonna be the one to be hosting that event. So please keep a lookout for that. Shout out to my boy Major Hype. You always be following and liking his stuff on IG.
Do we know what he is yet?
Well,
I heard he's Jamaican, but
sure. He from people who I've talking to in different sense, he's Jamaican.
Yeah.
But not to put it out, he really wants to keep that a little bit hidden, and so I don't want to indulge on the speculation. And I like the fact that he want to keep it hidden, because if he kind of keep it hidden, it kind of keep people guessing, because he plays the roles of so many Caribbean islands so good.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Especially when I hear him do the Bajans and the Guyanese. I love it, dog, because I have so much Guyanese friends, and I feel like he be replicating it too good. But yes, he's gonna be the one that hosts the Long Walk to Freedom. In Trinidad. So I want to give a shout out to that. No, I want to get to the meat of this week. Now I'm gonna let you guys know we're not gonna tarry too long upon this week, because we want to go take care of some personal endeavors. Well, Trevor, I want to say the hip hop community is mourning right now. I know the Caribbean island entertainment is feeling pretty good, but hip hop is mourning. Them lose. I mean, Trevor, I think you're more musically inclined with Nipsey Hussle than I am.
Yeah, I was introduced to Nipsey through when Drake came out with his right after his first album, he had a song called Killer with Nipsey. I believe it was Killer. And I was like, oh, okay. I never heard of this guy, but I kept listening, and he put out some good music, but it was more of he was making a statement rather than just doing music just for the change, just for the all the little stuff that usually rappers want. He was more thinking of future-wise. He was making, giving our people ideas for property, for making assets.
Future endeavors.
Yeah.
That's a strong word.
Making
Trevor.
legacy money rather than today's money.
You know, Trevor, you used a word a little while ago that is strong. It's called legacy money. And I'm gonna jump into a whole different narrative when we talk about legacy, right? Yeah. Because we have people who die every day, regardless of your color, regardless of your gender, right? And there's no legacy being left behind.
Right.
You know, I know I maybe dive into deep water a little bit too early, but Nipsey was somebody a little bit beyond that, because his legacy was so good. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're part of Trevor, I can say we listen to hip hop pretty hard, right?
Yeah.
And when you look at the controversies that even if it ever surround Nipsey Hussle, it was controversy that you can be like, yo, bro, I understand where he coming from.
Exactly.
You feel me? Even I'm gonna go back. Even when they say he unboxed the BT personnel.
Oh yeah, the security was
because he kind of ran upon him, and he was being disrespectful, and he was like, yo, what you doing? Like, I checked you once, you didn't hear this off. It comes with things like that.
Right.
But it's always things that's to uplift people, not to be disrespected, and how to continuously better yourself as a person. Because I can tell you this, guys, look, if you really want to dive deep into Nipsey Hussle's life, social media right now has that for you. Mm-hmm. Girlfriend Lauren London, him have kids, and I want to shout out to Lauren London. Well, other than from Lauren London, I want to shout out to Nipsey's mom, Nipsey's grandma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His kids, any siblings out there, brothers or sister, I'm not sure if he got none. You feel me? Because other than from Lauren London is the one who's more, you know what I mean? Before he was a husband, you know what I mean? Before he was a father, he was also a son.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Before he was even thought of as a father or a husband, he was also a brother.
Right.
You feel me? Before he was a husband or father, he was also a cousin. So people are mourning, and I wanna identify this from early. I know a lot of people is, they want the killer to get, the person who killed Nipsey to die. And I want to say it, guys, not saying, there's nothing wrong with justice, but justice is not always life for a life.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, Trevor, I'm gonna say some craziness this week,
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm gonna say it like this, for everybody who out there who gang banging, who said that they're gangsters, or they're repping flags or whatnot, because I ain't repping no flag. I got kids. Mm-hmm. My days of repping anything, if I want to say I'm repping anything anymore, is literally took its course. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, we're human beings. But, from my narrative is like, look, guys, and when I say I'm saying I'm going to talk some crazy things, I'm going to say it like this. There are murderers out there and supremacists out there who have way more dangerous agenda for our people, right? And we kill ourselves. You feel me? I think that was the most saddest thing to realize, is not that Nipsey lost his life, because mm-hmm. that in its own is a strong context. It's for him to lose his life to somebody he knows.
Right.
I had this conversation with my wife, and as I say, feel free to judge me, guys. I'm not perfect, and I'm gonna say it like this. You have organization like the Ku Klux Klan that's out there who's still hanging and burning people, young black people, young Spanish people, young people from the Arab nation. You feel me? there's other groups out there, and I want to say to you guys, I'm not telling nobody to kill nobody from the Ku Klux Klan, because I'm not doing it. I want to say it straight. But before you decide to take one of your own life, why don't you figure out how to defend it and how to protect it first?
I agree there. Yeah, defend our people first.
You feel me?
Yeah, it's getting sadder that like Nipsey was struck down in front of his own, basically in front of his home, right? His place of work, place of income, something he gave to the community, right? Look how much people we already know that's been slain in our old neighborhoods. Look at what's a Triple X? I forgot how to say his name.
XXXTentacion.
Yeah, struck down in Lauderdale.
Yeah, like, by his own people.
By his own people.
In the same hood, bro.
Other rappers or other people of known fame were struck down in their own homes rather than being killed by people that will never know them.
Yeah.
It was almost like, why are we uplifting our own communities anymore?
And I'm sure we were talking about something else. And this is for all the gangsters out there and everybody who rep them flags. I want y'all to go back to why gangsters form.
Right. Let's
go back to the root of it. I would love somebody to even listen to the podcast and give me a comment that gangs were formed because people felt like, yo, we need to be killing each other. I want you to understand, when gangs were originally formed, and I'm talking about from in my Jamaica, in my Garrison, I come from, my lord. Let me just give you another narrative. When the area leader them come together, the area leader them is never there because the people have fear. It's more like, look, police is not protecting us. And I'm saying it like this. They felt like police was not protecting them, so they had to take matters in their own hand. And it's not to rob or kill people in their own neighborhood. It was to stop people who's robbing and killing coming from outside in their neighborhood, coming inside of it to destroy it.
Right.
So that's what gangs are created for. So when you go back to the earlier days of even the Latin Kings,
right.
You feel me? Crips, Bloods, I'm going to say it. And I'm going to go Jamaican. I mean, there's gangs everywhere. You feel me? We have Shower Man, you have Power Man, you have NDM. I mean, you have all type of, you have Gaza, Gully, whatnot. Mm-hmm. Everybody have them squad. But all of these squad is to protect their friends and families. These are what these entities were technically being formed for, not to destroy each other. So when we're destroying our people can't grow. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Killer Mike talking about investing in our black people, investing in our own people. And you have a young brother like Nipsey who's out there doing it. He ain't living it. He ain't just talking it. You feel what I'm saying? He's getting it done. Like, he's not saying like, yo, I'm on social media talking this. And I want you to understand, Nipsey died and everybody moaned.
Right.
You feel me? Everybody mourned. We're talking about Crips mourned, Blood mourned, Lion Kings mourned. When I'm gonna ask you something, it's when people consider you're gang related, mm-hmm. and the police got to come mourn for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were sad.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That hurt. That hurt to see that you have a young black man who's reinvesting back in his community. You feel me? And I'm saying that with a feel in my voice. He's reinvesting back in the community.
Yeah.
The same area where he was hustling from. And I'm not talking about hustling drugs, because everybody feel like when you use the word hustle, it's drug related or gun related. Are you robbing somebody? Anytime you do something that brings you satisfaction and money, right, is a hustle. And a hustle doesn't mean that you're robbing people. So for anybody who's doing their 9 to 5, that's a hustle. Because you got to get up. You got to get up every morning or every night or every afternoon and go out and get it done to come back home to feed your family. So that's hustling. So you see, when the man was sitting there in the parking lot hustling and couldn't sell his music because there was people who was in there working who was telling him, yo, we don't want people like that in our facility.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? I'm going to own this facility and change this narrative.
Right.
You feel me? I want you to understand, yo, you had ex-cons, and I want to use the word ex-convict very, very strongly. That gets out of jail, that can't find jobs, because we have a system that says, if somebody has a criminal record, don't hire them. That's what our system is saying.
Yeah.
Nipsey was creating a reform. So when ex-convicts came out of jail, right, that they had somewhere to go work, to go feed their family. They didn't have to go back into that previous life they were coming from. And these are the people that we're killing.
Right.
You feel me? I want you to understand, most of our great black people never die of natural diseases, my lord.
Right.
You feel me? We can go back to Marcus Garvey. You feel me? We can run up in the timeline. You know what I mean? Because we have great leaders going. I could go through my national heroes, Paul Bogle, and keep running up. But we're gonna go through some great ones. We went from Marcus Garvey that got murdered. We're gonna jump to Martin Luther King, that got murdered. You know, Malcolm X was radical, but he got murdered.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Tupac was radical as well, but he got murdered. Why does it seem like every time we have black people who are willing to make a change to this world get hurt? You know, it's like you can't help it's like black people, it's so difficult to help each other within America. Like I look at Akon. Akon was like, yo, not say I can't help black people in America, I'm just gonna have to go back to Africa. And he made a strong statement. I'm not sure if you ever got a chance to read that, Trev. He basically says that he feels like if he tries to help America, he will get assassinated.
Wow, look at that.
No, that's a strong comment.
It's sad, but is he off? Is he off?
Trev, I wouldn't even say he's not off. Because we have, I'm gonna say this. Look at LeBron James. You feel me? LeBron has done so much of black people, right? But people keep judging him based on the team that he plays for.
Right.
You feel me? Like LeBron does a lot.
That's all they see is the surface. They're only seeing that, oh, wait, he got what jersey on? No, F him.
Yeah.
That's all they care about is, yo, you ain't repping my team. I know you made a free school. Yeah. You're sending people to college. You're doing a lot of your community. Whatever. Like, no.
No, what's more important that whenever I see my boys, I can be like, LeBron is trash. That's more important to me than us giving people education.
Sure.
Now, guys, you guys have heard me saying this numerous times. I know I guess I'm reiterating myself a lot by making statements like this. We say education is the key. Helping our people. I want you to understand, last week we talked about, our last episode we talked about if black people that just moved to an island, you know, and the things that we'd have faced. You feel what I'm saying? But we have people who's trying to do that within the inner community, and we can't stop that. We actually have real black millionaires in this country who don't do nothing.
All right.
You feel me?
They just hold that money. They're just stacking and say, oh, I got this. Like, what? I always change. But you know how much of your people in his own or her own previous life that is still starving.
Yeah. Starving is not even a word.
Yeah.
You know, because been to Miami. I know everybody went to Miami. If you didn't get to Miami for the spring break and watch some of the fights, that's a whole other conversation. Seeing a couple of razzle dazzles. It was entertaining, not promoting it. You know, but when you go down to the streets of those areas at night, Trevor, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you see how much people are homeless, sleeping on the street, and like, your people need help.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, instead of tearing each other down and spending time to fight against each other, why can't we find ways to work together to make this happen? You feel me? Why can't we find ways to uplift each other? And, why can't no be no?
Right.
If you feel what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going to say this, guys. Everybody can't work with everybody, but we can learn how to work together. You feel what I'm saying? Because the narrative was like, Nipsey told homie that, I don't really want to mess with you. You are a snitch. And pride, and Trevor, you said pride catch him?
Oh, yeah. Pride is a major killer.
Actually, I want you to elaborate on that because I think you have a real strong insight on that pride thing for me.
Pride, one of the most deadliest things in man, I think, is pride. Because once someone crosses their pride, then all common sense goes out the window. Like, they're going to, okay, now I'm going to show you how strong I am.
Yes.
By using means that it was not even necessary in a conversation. You could have an example like, oh, I'm just telling you, listen, your feet stink, dude. Like, I'm not trying to hurt you, but your feet stink. You said, what do you mean my feet stink? No, you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to stuff this foot up your nose. Like, it's pride. Pride is very dangerous. And it's sad, but it's actually a light beacon that Nipsey falls towards pride, because now guys got to check themselves.
Yeah.
we got to check our pride. We got to check our responsibilities.
True, Trevor. You check your pride and your responsibilities. I ain't gonna lie, Nipsey died, and I was like, dog, I got to check my circle.
Yo, I was straight drained. I came from a wonderful weekend up in Miami, living some good life, meeting some new family members, some this, that, and the third.
They're taking pictures of Skyline and sending to me, dog.
Listen, we're going to talk about it later off camera because, I don't want people to find out where that car is. But, I was enjoying life. Then I was about to, get ready for bed because I know I got work in the morning. And I'm like, hold up. Scrolled, twice. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And I'm like, yo, no, not Nipsey. What he's been doing, his music has been motivating people to make money, to make success for your family and such. And I already knew what he does outside the studio, outside of music. It's sad. It was draining. It was like, yo, I'm tired that we keep dropping.
Yes.
And we're dropping ourselves. And how come I'm kind of liking how now gay members are all joined together right now, holding hands.
I love seeing that narrative, Trev.
Yeah, it brought us back to how when I think when Pac died, it was like that.
It was like that
for a little bit, but
we
can't let it stop there.
And no, we can't let it stop because we're talking about gang related getting together. I want you guys to understand one of the most successful businesses in California within the last year is a Crip and a Blood member who opened up a small restaurant together, Trevor.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And that was wonderful.
Dog.
And they're still making money. Hey, look at that. They're making money.
They're making money.
Yeah. And helping community and showing that, these wars are pointless now. Because the only one that's winning is the police.
And Trevor, I'm going to keep it real. The police ain't winning.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. And not to say anything, the police are not winning because the police have to be putting in overtime trying to close some of these cases. Mm-hmm. If there's one person that's winning, it's a funeral home. Because that's who's getting paid consistently when these bodies are popping up.
Yeah.
And what is hurting is our communities because we're not reinvesting back in our brothers and sisters who will be able to have this opportunity to make it out of whatever hood you think you're from that can come back and help. I'm not going to say everybody's going to leave and come back and help, but it's like a garden, dog. If you don't nurture your plants, they won't bear fruit.
Yeah.
You feel me? If you keep going in there and keep spraying weed killers, dog, whatever fruit you're going to get is going to be poisonous.
Right.
You got to learn how to maintain your garden. We all talk about religion and who believes in what and who does not believe in that, right? But I want you to understand there's always a structure there. There's some things you got to follow. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to have faith in things to work out. Mm-hmm. But if you're stopping at the gate before you get even to the front door, how you know what's going to be inside of the house?
Right.
You feel me? And I feel like that's what's been going on, regardless if it's just police killing our innocent black men. And it's not just black man alone in a dog.
Yeah.
Because black man alone is not the only person who's being killed. Nipsey has died, but and Nipsey is black, but it's the same thing in each community. We need to stop that. We're in a system, right, that we're killing each other. And I'm not saying take away people's guns or gun reform, because the gun that was used to kill Nipsey wasn't purchased illegally.
Of course not. Yeah.
You feel me? It was purchased illegally. So part of the legal process about gun reform has nothing to do with this conversation. Mm-hmm. But if these are the tools that we're having that's destroying each other, why can't we get away from it?
Yeah, why we can't just put down and talk?
Yeah, Trev, it's not even that. It's like, all right, guys, I'm promoting. Yeah. I got this new series I'm gonna watch. I'm talking to Trevor about it called All America Netflix. Anybody have Netflix anymore? So I'm gonna binge watch with them, Cathy. You know what I mean? And it has some very strong narrative when it talks about gangs and the decisions that are made by young kids. You feel me? Regardless if it's good or bad, right? And talk about the choices that we make. I want you guys to understand a lot of these guys who grew up who was gang related didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And I want to use that word strongly. People say, people have choices. Sometimes you don't. Because if your family is in a gang and that's all you know, that's all you're gonna do. I would say I throw the same thing to religion. Mm-hmm. Because if you're born in a Christian home, you're Christian. If you're born in a Muslim home, you're Muslim. If you're born in a Jewish home, you're Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? If you're born in a gang-related home, you're gang-related.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's something that we have to stop. if we don't find ways how to stop some of these things from inside of the home, especially going back to our parents, I don't know what we're gonna do. Spoke to somebody yesterday, and they're like, "Yo, you know what's missing in this generation? A good ass whooping." And if you have to edit me for that one, I'll get to edit it. You feel me? But we are missing a good ass whooping because people don't appreciate anything nowadays. They can't stand for nothing. You feel me? I guarantee the dude who killed Nipsey Hussle, and we're gonna get into his foolishness in a little bit. But the dude who killed Nipsey Hussle wasn't looking further than his nose.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he would see further than his nose, he would understand. Like, you grew up in the same hood.
Yeah.
This affects your aunt, your uncle, your niece, your nephew. If you have a brother or sister or whatnot that's in that hood, that affects them because he's basically reinvesting. The man is going to turn that area and rebuild up homes.
Right.
You feel me? Redo apartment complexes where the prices would have been a little bit lower, where the technology would have been better, so people can live in a better standard at a good price. And these are things that Nipsey was really doing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee if someone would have took a look at that, you'd be like, "Yo, this is the wrong person to try to kill." You feel me?
Let him live. If you have beef with him, you understand what's more than that person. He moves more than just a guy standing in front of you. So you gotta say, you know what, me and you got beef. All right, let you do you.
Yeah, let you do you.
But see, that's pride. It's pride. He could not just walk away. He had to come back.
And Trevor, he had to come back. And I'm gonna say this: what's wrong with the old school way of putting up the dukes, dog?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the old school fist fighting, dog.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not promoting no fighting, but I do feel if somebody need to get thumping in their mouth, dog, before them get shot, let's go that route.
Yeah.
You feel me? And if the person you got beef with, you can't fight him, then you ain't need to get beef. Why are you gonna jump into a situation that you really can't help yourself?
And also look at examples back in the 80s where dance battles, even though it looks like funny now, but dance battles was really serious about, hey, let's lower the violence. And you got some moves, I got some moves. But you could look into dancehall bashment, sound clashes.
Yeah,
those
are fighting.
Those are fights, and those. My sound's better than your sound. All right, prove it. If you have a crowd, you rock the crowd. Who rocks it best wins that night and wins the whole beef thing. So you can't go on the street saying, "Oh, I'm still better." No, we were there.
And Trevor, and I love how you said we were there. Even when we talk about we were there, the cassettes would have getting released, or not even before CDs got come out. The cassettes would have been released, and that would have been proving a point. Like, we heard what happened.
Yeah.
But Trevor, you see what you're talking about was a good days. You feel me? I don't know what went wrong in the 70s and 80s, because the 70s were nice. Whatever happened in the 80s that brought this destruction to this world?
I believe it's drugs.
It is drugs.
Drugs is what's led so much problems, because we thinking in the mindset of the gang ways, that was one way to make profit.
Yes.
But then the other people are making profit of the same thing you're doing. So wait, no, we want to make more money, but we can't outsell them, so we're going to end their profits by killing them. Yeah. And the wars start.
The wars start because it's an infringement. It's like, yo, you kill my person, I'm going to kill your person, so we just keep killing each other. Yeah. It's just an endless cycle.
Yeah, and it's, where you from? You from 2 streets over, you too far to be, too far and yet too close. So, we will end this the violent way.
Right. Yeah.
And it's sad that's the mindset. It's the crabs in the barrel in full.
That shit, Trevor said, the crabs in the barrel in full. Strong comment, Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no fiction in it. I mean, and every time we feel like, somebody's going to come in place to prove that, that's a fiction, like, we are really out here to help each other.
Mm-hmm.
We end up killing each other to prove the point all over again. Like, here we go.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I want you to look at it. And Trevor, we're going to go back to some music for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Is black people killed Biggie and Tupac?
Yeah.
They're the same people.
Yeah.
You feel me? Most of these people of black influence who's going down is being killed by their own people.
Yeah, it's the same people that killed I'm forgetting his name. But the same people that killed X, the same people killed, what was Run DMC DJ again?
Jam Master Jay?
Yeah, Jam Master Jay. Mm-hmm. Forgive me for forgetting for a second. But same people that killed him. Same people killed chinks up in New York.
Yeah.
The ones that killed almost every big murder out there. Just think about it. Who's killing them?
It's their own kind.
Yeah.
And that's what I said earlier. It's just disappointing to watch our brothers and sisters out there dropping like flies, right? When the people or the real issue out there is just standing and watching.
So, see, let me ask you a question. Do you think with this kind of, you see how heavy he was in the streets and in the community, do you believe that this might spark an even more bigger flow of gentrification?
Trev, it's a very good question. I would say it will spark the idea inside of someone else, but turmoil is gonna live before it happened, and it's to figure how to make this happen before the turmoil starts. I think that would be the narrative. I feel like based on how Nipsey died, while the conversation is still irrelevant, I feel like we need to get it talking. I mean, granted, us as a podcast, we're putting it on the air for other people to listen to it, so we can make a stronger move. But it's a very strong content to move forward. I feel like, Nipsey is dead. Let's go ahead and start putting the work in now.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Don't let the man being in vain. And I want to say it like this. Normally you hear college kids say when them leave high school, they want to take a year break and go to college. Most of them never ever get to college.
Right.
You feel me? So I'm not knocking. I said there's not going to be one person who's not going to try to do it. But while the conversation is so heavy right now, I feel like they need to act now. The fact that they see Crips and Bloods is talking together, use that positive and start moving.
Right.
You feel me? Start putting them in more organized events that requires them coming together and working together. I would say this in the LA area, the same food delivery service that we're talking about with the Crip and Blood guys, who's actually doing that. Start utilizing them a little bit more. Put some money in their pocket, because that money gets spent in the community, right? Help put some money in their pocket so they can show that if Crips and Bloods can work together, we all can work together for a greater good.
Right.
You feel me? Everything doesn't have to be drug related. And I'm gonna say yes, guys. I know, guys. There's a lot of money in the drug game. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of money in the drug game. But what good is money if it requires you to take somebody's life away or take somebody's soul?
Right.
Because just as much as you're taking somebody's soul, you are a life. You have a soul and a life too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you have any offspring, any kids, they have a soul and a life too. And I know for sure you don't want someone to take theirs. So if you know what I'm saying, so if whatever product you're pushing out there that's taking somebody's soul or life, please stay away from it.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying, let's do some things. And I'm not talking against, because people be like, there's different drugs out there. There's gateway drugs. There's a gateway, but if somebody don't bring you to the gateway, you can't decide you want to walk through it. You feel me? Each one of these drugs that people use and abuse was there for a reason. So let's start using the things for the intent purposes and stop abusing it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Stop snorting the cocaine because the cocaine was meant to numb your gum. You feel what I'm saying? Stop taking the ecstasy unless you're going through marital issues and your spouse need to have a little bit more sexual intercourse. You feel what I'm saying? If you feel like you have an anxiety attack and you're too hyper, you're going to need some weed. You feel what I'm saying? If you're not that person who the doctor needs to prescribe that for you, if you have any back pains and the head pains, I got some of those. You know what I mean? You don't need all the other endeavors. Start using things for their purpose. And I would like to say this is me jumping out on a ledge. Stop fighting hemp. Hemp make clothes, hemp make oil, hemp make hair product, hemp make ropes. You feel what I'm saying? Anything that can be grown from our earth, that can be survived, that can use as a survival tip, use it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm going out for the poachers too. Stop poaching the animals. You feel what I'm saying? And if you don't have a farm that you're breeding your animals to then go ahead and sell them that way, right? Stop going out to the wild and taking something that doesn't belong to you. Get your own.
Right.
You feel me? If you want to buy an egg dog, if you want a chicken, if you want to have a calf, you feel what I'm saying? Go buy a cow. Go to the market. Go to the places where it's being sold properly.
Right.
You feel me? And one of the big narratives is a pharmaceutical company. Stop trying to kill people for your own riches.
Don't let them stay sick.
You feel me? Because you're the reason why drug dealers are doing it like this. Because they sit here and watch y'all people make billions of dollars off their own people, and they're like, yo, if you're doing it to our own people, why can't we?
Right.
That's a narrative that needs to change. We need to start surrounding ourselves and start empowering the people who's really trying to make some change in this world. You feel me? And I'm not talking about giving somebody all the power. You know, for example, when I heard that the police force was looking forward to see Nipsey Hussle because he was going to help lower crime in their area, those are the people we're going to start working with. We're going to bring back Killer Mike,
right,
who's talking about, yo, black people need to support black-owned business. And I'm not just saying black-owned business, support people businesses in general. Community business. And I, you know, people like DJ Envy, who's out there teaching people how to go flip houses.
Right.
You know, HGTV, who's teaching people how to build and flip houses. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody out there who's teaching something positive. You feel me? Regardless. And I'm saying this is me jumping on another ledge. Stop taking music out of the school. Put it back.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because if there's a gateway that we can walk through to freedom, stop trying to change the narrative and take it away from us. Because when you do stuff like that, you're not taking away from the gangs. You're empowering them more, because all you're doing is now telling young artists who ain't got a light to shine, like, since your light can't shine because the world doesn't look at what you're doing as art, this is your new lane.
Right.
Stop that. Stop trying to stop athletics in the school. You feel me? People who have anger can channel their stuff in different ways. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go back to working on stem cells. Let's go back and see if we can try to cure AIDS and cancer. The things that's really, really killing us that we ain't got no control over. That's what we need to be researching. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, look, for anybody who feel like Nipsey died because of Dr. CB, it could be too. I'm not knocking that narrative. But if Dr. CB know how to cure AIDS, why y'all people ain't letting the man cure AIDS?
Right.
I know them pills cost $800 to $1,000, but that works more than somebody's life.
Yeah.
Is that what is that really what we are worrying about? You feel me? Yo, if that's the case, I'm gonna say something crazy again. I guess we should be looking for a purge, because if people's lives don't matter, then what really matters in this world? Money. When you're dead, you can't take it with you, you know.
Right. Exactly.
You feel me? I want you to understand. It's paper. If I'm correctly, it decomposes, Trevor.
Oh yeah. It's not the goal like it used to be.
Hey, Trevor, it's not the goal like it used to be, but I guarantee within the next year or two, we won't even use paper money no more.
Right. It's straight digital. I'm very we use paper money now, so it's straight digital from now on. Yeah, this has been a very. I hate staying on this subject because it's depressing, but
it is depressing.
To uplift all our people that's listening to this podcast and whoever had close relations, not with just Nipsey, but with people like Nipsey that lost family members, that lost everyone, that has made movements in your own community and in your own lifestyle. Just reflect on them, but keep their message moving.
Yeah, for real.
Like, don't let it stop with just Nipsey. Don't let it stop with just Pac. Don't let it just stop with Jam Master Jay. Let's keep their voices going. Let them live on through us. Then when our kids be like, yo, our parents made these big moves back in the day because of this local artist that used to be big back in the day.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna make moves, and so let them teach their kids. Like, let's keep this message moving. Like, one of Nipsey's 7 money and ownership lessons, like one of them was on creating value. Create value for your product. He was selling 100 mixtapes that was charged for $1,000 each. Not because he just trying to make profit, but he was more like giving value to what he was making. So it's more of he was just trying to get money. No, it's more of, hey, my art is worth this right now.
Yeah.
And it's my decision to make it worth this right now. So let's take the lessons in, take the deeper looks on it. Hopefully we could post the 7 money and ownership lessons up on our Facebook and Instagram page and on the website.
That's on you.
Yeah. Let's keep his voice on. Like, we don't want to let it end with just this week for his passing or when his funeral happens. Let's, in the next 10 years, let's just use these lessons, because we could all be successful. We all could be in in better ways, but we gotta look out for each other. We can't overtop anyone. We can't let hatred and pride kill us, because this is what's really happening. Is the pride is what's really stopping us from being kings and queens out here.
Trevor, I'm gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep the episode short and spicy.
Yeah.
Trevor, I think I'm gonna have you get a positive thoughts for this week. Because as you can say, Trevor, one of the strongest killers of man is pride.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can't overcome that, what can we overcome? I'm big on finding out my weaknesses and trying to overcome them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not perfect.
Right.
But I think that's something I would like to challenge everybody with this week. You feel, man? I mean, coming from how everything has turned out. Because the person who killed Nipsey, I'm gonna keep it real, guys. I was gonna give some channel towards his name and what was said, but I don't see after talking, I don't see the purpose of giving somebody who done something negative the clout for something positive that's going to be happening from the situation. What I really want to say, we need to get past pride. If as a man or a woman you feel like pride is your biggest endeavor, your biggest challenge, let's put some effort into ways to fix this thing. You feel me? And I want to say, in any and everything that you think is wrong in your life, let's put some effort into fixing it. For me, I drop long deuces and they stink. It's gonna be a hard one to fix. I may need to eat a little bit better.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's to identify what's wrong with you so you can move forward with it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because if you can identify what's wrong with you, you won't have time to see what's wrong with somebody else because you'll be too busy fixing yourself. And if you think you're already fixed, you may need to reevaluate because nobody's perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's always room to grow.
Right.
Well, Trevor, I'm going to give you the positive thought if you want something to drop on that.
All right. Positive thought. Respect yourself. Like, it's not just you no more. It's a community out there. You're a representation of our past, and you're the hope of our future. So respect yourself, take responsibility, and for Nipsey Hussle, live on, King.
Yes. Yo, Nipsey, you're a great inspiration to our generation.
Yeah.
Lots of love to your family, your mom, father, grandmother, grandfather, sister, brother, if you get any of those, your lovely wife. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys are married. That's more information for me to dig up. So I'll be trolling later on, guys.
Yeah.
To your kids, to their future. I want to say this to your kids. Your father was a great man.
Right.
He left a great legacy behind for you guys.
And we promise to keep his message.
And we from the One Pot Podcast, we will keep that message strong. We will be here forever trying to empower each other, regardless if you're black, white, green, or yellow.
Right.
We're here for each other. We need to be able to support each other, not break each other down. All right, Trev, One Pot Podcast. We out.
Miss you, Nip.
Miss you.